BookTube news. Today we're going to talk about some awesome discussions that have been happening in the BookTube community.
Don't know what to read or what book to choose, just check out the Elizziebooks and BookTube news.
The first discussion we have is from Jesse the Reader, and Elizziebooks did a video response to this one, and his video was titled Guys Don't Read YA, and he responded to a comment that he had that said that, that he had a literature taste or book taste of a 12-year-old. So basically, he pointed out all the books that are actually, I don't know if they're geared towards guys necessarily, but they have male main characters who are definitely like manly men. Not to say that you have to validate it, but you know, sometimes people need to be pointed out. There are some young adult books that are geared towards guys. And then in Elizziebooks' response, I thought this was really good because of the fact that a lot of people they think that only specific people can read a specific kind of book, and she was like, well, she didn't necessarily say that, but that was my, brain response to that. But she was like, you know, literature itself does not have a gender, so you can't say that only these kinds of people can read these kinds of books. And so, yeah, so my brain was like, okay, just because an author writes to a certain demographic, let's say 12-year-old girls, does not mean only 12-year-old girls can read those, because I know I'm 25, I read middle grade. I read middle grade action. Like, seriously, Percy Jackson is my jam. And then Aura Borealis made a video called Only Pretty Authors Get Readers. In Aura Borealis's video, she talked about this article that talked about how authors that are better looking, are more attractive, they get better deals as far as marketing of their books and things like that, and I thought that was very interesting. I haven't heard of anybody in particular, but you know, there's some pretty good looking authors out there. You know, you see Nicholas Sparks with his whole back side of his book is just a picture of him, and sometimes you don't even see that. Like, sometimes you only see the little bitty picture on the back flap, and so, like Aura Borealis said, it's just like, how do you really do that? And I don't know if you could sue for, discrimination just because you don't look as good as other people, because most of the time with discrimination, I don't know if it usually has to do with, race and disabilities and things like that, but I don't know if you could do that for looks or anything like that, because there are some authors that aren't very handsome, pretty, but they still get good books out there into the world. And of course, because it's the end of May, we've got tons of TBRs and wrap-ups and things like that, and so I will be posting those in the BookTube news Tumblr, so if you want to see those, I will post the link to the Tumblr below, and I hope you all have a great day, and keep reading, and have a great weekend too.